Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tom Vang and I'm a Subaru ambassador located here in Sacramento, California. This video is going to be my 1-year ownership review of my 2018 base Subaru WRX in the World Rally Blue color. Now I'm going to throw you guys some numbers, and after that I'm going to go right into frequently asked questions. So to date, I have accrued 9,700 miles onto my Subaru WRX, and most of the mileage is mainly pertaining to daily driving. You know, going to the grocery store, going to the gym, just stuff all around town. But there are some long distance road trips, and there also are some cruises here. But I'm going to put an Excel document in the description box below, so feel free to check it out. It's also going to have the expenses that I have accrued. So to date, I have spent $3,400 on my WRX, and most of it is all just aesthetic stuff to my car. And the biggest purchase that I've made was for my wheels. I bought the limited trim 18-inch OEM wheels off of a gentleman local to me, and that was about $800 plus the wheels and all the other services pertaining to that to get it mounted onto my car. But that really was the most expensive purchase that I've made to date. So, you know, hopefully you guys could take that and, you know, make something meaningful out of the amount of money that I've spent so far. Hopefully it's something that you guys could consider, you know, if you are still on the fence about buying a WRX, or maybe something to kind of relish, right? So, starting off with the first question that I get constantly is, hey Tom, do you regret buying your WRX over an STI? And the real answer is no, I don't. I bought the WRX knowing it was a WRX. And I'm not going to touch on the age-old question of which one is better, the WRX or the STI, but really this is it. If finances wasn't an issue and you want a track-oriented performance vehicle that could do it all, get the STI. If you want a daily driver that is very, very malleable, that you could change it up to become a race car, you could change it up to become a show car, stance car, or you just want a daily driver that's very, very practical, but you could also have fun from point A to point B, get the WRX. That's really it. I don't understand the debate. I think it's very, very immature that people constantly bicker about it. You have the STI elitists, and then you have the WRX elitists, and they're always constantly bashing. We're all on the same platform. We should all come into unison and represent the brand in a positive and meaningful way, not bash each other. It's very, very stupid. So, do I regret buying the WRX? No, of course not. Do I still feel the same way I did when I first bought my car? Yes, I do, if not even more excited. So if you guys haven't heard my story yet, it's very sappy, but long story short, I had an Impreza 2.0y, didn't have money after I graduated college, really wanted the WRX but couldn't afford it. Took me a lot longer than most people, got my finances in check, learned to be an adult, and then I was finally able to financially afford my WRX. And so I got my WRX, I was able to haggle it for a really good price. If you guys need help, email me down below. And here I am. So I still feel the same way. I love the car every single time I get to see it, every time I go places. I love that that's my car. And that's just something about this platform and about Subaru that's completely different from the other brands, and hence is why I'm a Subaru ambassador. Subaru is very, very interesting, and it's mainly, the main appeal is the culture and the community. There's just something about Subaru, and that's why it's so popular today. And so a lot of people have asked me, hey Tom, is the WRX expensive to own? And this is why I stress a lot about your finances. You know, like you see all these car tubers talk about, you know, all these crazy bills, just buying the car outright. But most of us normal folks, we can't relate to that. And we don't have the type of money to throw it away at a car like they do. So this is where I want to bring us down to earth. And that's why I feel like my genuineness, you know, me telling you straight up, straightforward with the actual details, help you buy your car, is more appropriate, and it makes me feel good at the end of the day. So is it expensive? Yes, if you're not prepared. So the two biggest expenses in the ownership of a WRX or STI or any vehicle of choice is just the car payment and insurance. If you're going into a WRX or an STI, insurance is gonna kill you. You have to be very, very prepared. So I connected with my insurance agent and I talked it out. I was able to like work and leverage to get my insurance costs down. I was able to be a part of a group policy. I got a lot of stuff checked out, so that way I was able to afford it. In addition to that, the car payment itself. If you don't have the money outright to buy the car, of course you're going to finance. A lot of people aren't financially savvy, and so that's where I help you guys and give you guys some opinion and feedback. And so that way you guys can make the judgment call for yourself. So I make $387 a month car payment to my WRX. I do overpayments as well to bring down my insurance, my APR rate and whatnot. But my monthly payment for insurance is only $100 a month, and that's through Geico. So in total, I spend a little bit under $500 a month for my 2018 Subaru WRX. Now that was well worth waiting 3 years. So that's why I personally have a very, very pleasant ownership experience. I've met a lot of folks who don't have such a positive experience because they are strapped to the car. Their monthly payments, car payments and insurance is like through the roof. So if you're prepared financially, you're gonna have a very, very pleasant experience. And so is the WRX expensive to own? If you're prepared, it's not. So I'm personally fine. That's why I have a lot of money now to buy stuff for my car. So be prepared and you will have a good experience. If not, you're gonna have a very negative experience, not just with this platform, but with other platforms. What is the best thing so far about owning my WRX? Really the community and the plentiful mods and the ability to change this car up however I want. That's the best appeal to this car, and if you guys just want a Lego car, this is the best platform for it. What is the worst thing about my ownership so far of owning this car? The STI elitists. I don't mean to bash them, but it kind of goes both ways. The WRX community and the STI community, there's just something about some of the people in there that they feel entitled, or they feel that they need to be better and they need to rub it in other people's faces. Like, oh, I have an STI, so I'm better than you because you only have a WRX. And then, you know, the WRX folks will be like, well, with the amount of money I spend, I could be faster than you. It's completely stupid, and that's the worst experience that I've had so far. You know, overall, our community is very, very supportive of one another, but then there are those bad eggs, and that's really it. Overall, the community is really great. There's no cutthroatness. You know, people don't bash on each other that much. And do I regret modding or not modding my vehicle? So my car isn't modded. There's two schools of thoughts. There's the warranty goers and non-warranty goers. Pick one. That's really it. If your financial circumstances allow you to mod, do it. If not, don't do it. Pretty simple as that. No buts or no what ifs. I am a part of the warranty goer. I'm going to write out my warranty as long as possible, and then once warranty is done, then we'll see. Now, what's next? A lot of people ask me, what's next, Tom? Are you going to modify your car after this year? Are you going to trade it in? Are you going to keep it the same? What are you going to do? So I'm still on the fence. I don't know yet. If you guys are an owner of a Subaru, there's a program called the Subaru Guaranteed Trade-In Program. Now, if you meet the criteria, you could trade the car in with a guaranteed value that is a little bit better than the values that's listed on like True Cars and Kelley Blue Book, and it helps to keep you in a Subaru, a brand new Subaru. So that's also an option. Subarus retain their value very, very well, and the rate of depreciation is significantly lower than that of other platforms. So it's an option for you if you decide you want to upgrade to a newer model of whatever car you want, and then within the Subaru platform. Modifying my vehicle. I'm in touch with a local tuner here in Sacramento, and I have an idea of what I want, and pretty much that's what I always recommend. If you want to mod your car, mod it appropriately and mod it correctly. Every car is different, no car is the same, and you need to understand that you have to pay to play. And so that's why I connected with an expert who can guide me, and so that I could utilize my funds accordingly and not have such a bad experience when my car goes kaput. So for the time being, my car will still remain stock, but when I'm ready to bite the bullet, it's all going to be transformed all in one go. I don't want to mod my car bit by bit by bit in terms of performance. I want to do it all in one go and give you guys like a reaction of like before and after. So the last thing I want to touch base on is the direct injection issue. And you know, a lot of people who are kind of deterred by that, by the whole GDI issue with the FA20 motor. So if you guys aren't familiar with already, the Subaru WRX is direct injected, whereas the STI is still on the EJ platform and it's not. So the biggest appeal to direct injection is you get the horsepower, but you also get good fuel economy. And the problem with direct injection is that it develops gunk inside your intake valves, and so you're gonna have to clean it. So the one way that you could resolve or mitigate that is get yourself an oil catch can, but that's a smog issue, especially here if you live in California, but that's a different story. But I haven't bought an oil catch can yet. Will I in the future? Maybe, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I don't think it's a big problem. It is a problem, it's not a big problem that I need to address just now because my car is not modified. I'm just daily driving it. It's perfectly fine. When the time comes, if I need to address that issue, I would. But for the time being, I don't need to be that cautious, you know. So if you guys have, you know, your own personal opinion or feedback on the DI issue, comment down below. Or if you guys have questions directly pertaining to that, you guys want to ask me about it, feel free to email me and I'll do my best to answer that. But really, I don't think it's an issue. It's an issue overall, but it's not a big issue at this point in time. And then to kind of wrap things up, a lot of people ask, are Subarus reliable? And my answer to you guys is yes, as long as you do your due diligence and maintain and upkeep the car as a mature adult. The biggest problem with the Subaru culture right now, the community, is that, you know, Subaru wasn't popular in the past up until recently, and you've heard the analogy of Subarus are the new Hondas or the new Racers, and that stems from truth. And the reason being is because it's so popular now, and it's also very, very easy to mod. And you have the wrong group, the wrong crowd coming into this platform, wanting something that this platform can't necessarily do, you know, i.e. Straight line performance. And then when they can't achieve that, they get upset and they bash on the platform and the brand. And so hence why when you go online and you look up the reviews on WRXs and STIs, for the most part, it's very, very negative, and it seems like this is the worst platform there is in existence. But why is it the worst when it's so popular, right? And so that's indicative of the culture, the community, and the immature folks who come on and bash it because they want a straight line performance car, and a Subaru wasn't meant to be that. It's a rally inspired vehicle, and it has the best handling capabilities out there. Subaru has made a really good formula, and they're not going to mess it up. So people come in and they think that they could best Subaru technology, and they think they're better than them, and they muck up the formula. So Subarus by design are prone to, you know, ringland failure, oil consumption issues, rod knocks and whatnot. But as long as you do your due diligence, I think you're going to have a pleasant experience. And, you know, in the worst case scenario that something does happen, you know, you're covered under a warranty. But really, in the end, like all cars, all platforms, it's all a roll of the dice. You may have the best car out there, but then one day something bad might occur, and it just kind of sucks. So it's not indicative of the brand. It's just kind of like life. You know, something may happen. Who knows? So take what I say with a grain of salt. In the year that I've owned my WRX, it's been wonderful, and I hope to continue providing you guys with genuine ownership feedback. I've had absolutely no issues with my vehicle. The only issue is the STI elitist folks bashing on us, and also me wanting to spend more money on my car. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. And if you guys have questions, feel free to email me directly or comment down below, and I'll do my best to address it. And I hope that this video wasn't as biased. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy.